Across the world, human trafficking generates $32 billion annually.
Human and sex trafficking in Europe is most prevalent in the West, specifically Romania, Albania, Bulgaria, and Turkey. Western Europe is comprised of poorer nations, so people are more likely to enter the trade.
Human trafficking greatly increased after the fall of the Soviet Union because it provided a wealth of vulnerable women seeking employment and a larger region to expand the trade.
Trafficking is conducted by pimps with extensive networks all over Europe. In the UK, the Albanian mafia is believed to be behind most of the sex trafficking.
Traffickers often target women looking for jobs to support their families. There is a high demand for sex workers because prostitution is legal in many European countries. Trafficking is especially easy in the European Union because passports are not required to travel between nations.
In a 3-year period, there were more than 23,600 reported victims of human trafficking in Europe, but the actual number could be in the hundreds of thousands. 62% of them were also victims of sexual exploitation. From 2012 to 2013, human trafficking rates increased by 47% in the UK and 25% in the Netherlands.
The EU established a commission to raise awareness and plan strategies to eliminate human trafficking. On April 5, 2011, the EU created the directive, which takes steps to protect victims of trafficking. The directive aims to protect victims from prosecution for using false documents given to them by traffickers.
The EU also wants to prosecute traffickers, protect victims' rights, and support victims with legal counseling and police protection. The Stockholm Program is a 5-year plan with guidelines for justice and the home affairs of member states of the EU from 2010 to 2014.
The European Union should be primarily responsible for legislation and prosecution against trafficking, with additional efforts from the United Nations.
The EU should increase efforts to raid trafficking rings to bring down the industry. Traveling across borders should be monitored more carefully in order to catch traffickers bringing victims into other nations.
Trafficking will exist around the world as long as there is a market for it. The global community should work together to eliminate human trafficking.